Japan's farm minister resigns over rice gaffe as stumbling high prices threaten government's grip on power. Agriculture Minister Takiguchi sparked the outrage after telling reporters he had so much rice at home that he could sell it. Tokyo CNN, an off-the-cuff remark about never paying for rice has cost Japan's agriculture minister his job, as pressure mounts on the government to solve the nation's rice crisis. Takiguchi resigned on Wednesday, telling reporters that he had concluded he was not the right person for this role after sparking public backlash by saying that he had so much rice at home that he could sell it. The cost of rice, the Japan's prime staple food, has become a major political issue, with the prices surging to record highs this year and the government taking the rare steps of the releasing emergency reserves and importing foreign rice. Ito's gaffe could not have come at the worst time for Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's uh, government, which was already suffering from low approval ratings due to spiraling cost of living weeks ahead of the election. I have never bought the rice myself. Frankly, my supporters give me quite a lot of rice. I have so much rice at home that I could sell it, Ito said in a speech over the weekend, drawing the eye of the public. He later clarified that he did buy his own rice and said he deeply regretted his comment. I made an extremely inappropriate remark as the minister responsible. For that, I apologize once again to the people of Japan, Ito said Wednesday after tendering his resignation. He added that he fully recognized the hardship people are facing due to soaring the rice prices. A major threat. The frustrations over the rising cost of living in Japan is shaping up to be a major threat for Prime Minister Ishiba and his Liberal Democratic Party as the country heads to the polls for upper house elections in July. The latest approval ratings for Ishiba's cabinet slipped to 27.4%. 27.4%, a record low according to the poll by Japanese news agency Kyodo released on Sunday. Almost 1 in 9 of the households surveyed said the government's efforts to rein in rice prices have been insufficient. Ishiba's party, which has ruled Japan for almost all of its post-war history, suffered a crushing defeat in last year's lower house election, but he held on to power by seeking support from minor parties. Further defeat in the coming elections could threaten his coalition's rule and spark calls for a new leader. Rice prices stumbling high. Despite the government's attempt to bring them down, the rice prices in Japan have remained stumbling high, almost twice what they were a year ago. The average retail price of rice rose to 4,268 yen, 29.4 US dollars per 5 kilograms in the second week of May, reversing a brief decline in 18 weeks recorded in the previous month, according to the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries. Earlier this year, it took the rare step of putting hundreds of thousands of tons of rice from its emergency reserve up for auction in a bid to drive down prices. Multiple auctions have since been scheduled until July, with hundreds of thousands of tons of rice being released. Japan, which takes deep pride in his homegrown rice, has also scaled up import of rice from overseas, mainly from the U.S. In April, it also imported South Korea rice for the first time since 1999. Dealing with the rice crisis is now the job of Shinjiro Koizumi, a former environment minister and son of the former Japanese Prime Minister, who Ishiba has appointed to head up the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries. I have instructed Mr. Koizumi to make strong effort to supply rice to consumers at a stable price, especially in light of the current high rice prices, Ishiba said.